What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy, the Buzz Slup. It is more South American Journeyman Challenge. I don't want to call it a challenge, just a South American Journeyman. Of course, we're taking a South American team all the way to the Libertadores title. We have started that journey with Rangers in Chile, second division. Off to a good start, I feel. It's a start that we are quite happy about. And I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Hit that like, hit subscribe. No further ado, let's run that intro. We're back, ladies and gents, and we're doing okay. No, I'm kidding. We're doing more than okay currently. We are doing very, very well. We've signed a couple of players. We've played a couple of games. We'll jump straight into that. We can have a look at the fixture list. You can see we have been undefeated since taking over in that Barrecha game. We've gone on a 5-match winning streak. In fact, breaking the club's record for most consecutive wins as well, which used to stand at 3 wins consecutively, which is a little bit of a sad stat. But yeah, we broke that record very, very comfortably, actually. We'll start off with the first one was the Universidad de Concepcion, a team that we could have signed for. We did beat them 3-2. They scored 2 goals in the 90th and 92nd minute, respectively. We were looking quite comfortable. We did pick up 2 bad injuries in Reinero and Reyes. Both picked up injuries in that game. We then went on to take on San Marcos de Arcia. A 2-1 victory over them. Gotti and Reyes yet again scoring. Reyes also missed a penalty in this one. And then probably match of the decade, in my opinion. This match was intense. We were losing 2-1 at half time. We were losing 2-0 at the 90th minute. We managed to equalize in the 95th minute. There was 6 minutes of extra time. And in the 97th minute, we scored a winner. Thanks to brand new signing Kevin Peñalosa. Yes, we'll get to him in a moment. And then we landed up also beating Curicho Undio 1-0, 75th minute Aros goal. And most recently, Deportes La Serena beating them comfortably 2-0. This was a very much one-sided affair when it came to our progression in the Spanish league. According to the league table, we are currently sitting in 3rd place, 1 point behind Deportes Antofagasta. That's right. We're going to take on Deportes Copiapó in 4th place today. And then we're also going to do the Malanganes match, who are 5th in the log at the moment. Those are the 2 matches we're going to do. I did think we were going to do a transfer special, but I've kind of done all the transfers that I kind of want to do in this game so far. We're going to talk about 1 transfer so far that's only going to come in next season. That's Caio Maciel, a Brazilian right winger. Looks like he could be a very, very good player. He is the replacement for our 36-year-old right winger in Reinero over here. 36. He wants a new contract. I don't really want to give him a new contract at 36 years old. I don't think he is what we're looking for in the squad. We obviously need to rebuild a little bit. So Felipe Reinero, very good player nonetheless. He has had a good season. Has been injured for most of the games, though. So we haven't really seen much of him. And then elsewhere, we have made 2 signings in the transfer fee. We got Kevin Peñalosa. We did mention him earlier. Scored a goal for us. Has only played 3 games, or 2 games rather, and scored one at 780. And got him for free from Colombia, from Cortolula, a team that we were looking at playing for at one stage. They're not doing too well in their league, so maybe we dodged a bullet in this one. But we requested to leave them, and he came to us on that way. And then Yedir Menzies, another centre mid, another Colombian, joining our ranks just to bolster up the midfield, and in fact could be a little bit better than what we currently have. 3 appearances, 2 assists in his run so far. We have also sold a few players in the likes of Horma Zambal, who I realized we only signed him this season. He lasted a couple of months for us, so he's unfortunately out the door. Vasquez, Aaron Vasquez, another player over there. Mateus Ubal and Benjamin Sepulveda all leaving for free. They just can't get values for these players. They just had a zero value transfer, and there was nothing I could do about it. Very interestingly, Felipe Renero is a player that they brought in last season from the team we're playing against today. Not sure why they decided to risk it on a 36-year-old. The other signings have been actually pretty decent coming in there with Vicente Quintandela, probably the worst out of the bunch, and he could be on his way. He's on loan at Fernandez Vial. There is an optional buy clause for them if they want to buy this man. Just don't see the potential in him. I'm not sure what that transfer was. But with that being said, it is time to go to our first game of the video. This is the team that is going to start today. A couple of injuries to deal with. Renero, of course, still recovering from full fitness. I don't really want to risk him at 36. We're going to keep him off the team. Espinoza currently out with a flu, with the virus. Christenens, another one suffering with another calf strain, and Acuna out with a cold. So 3 big signings. Christenens hasn't really played much, but Acuna has actually been the better of the 2 right backs over Aros. But that does mean Aros does get an opportunity to come in there, and Espinoza will then be replaced by Valdivia. You can see I've added the face packs and everything. Valdivia, more naturally a left back, but can play centre back. I don't really have another centre back that is very much left-footed. And going through the transfers and all that stuff, I just couldn't find anyone that kind of suits his style a little bit, or the way he plays. And then, like we mentioned, Menzies has come in to replace Karakoa in that centre mid position. I feel like Karakoa, 31, we had to look at other options, with Menzies playing a vital role at 25. And then up front, Peñazola has come up front with Reyes. We've switched him to attacking forward. Gotti, unfortunately, has dropped. Didn't have the best of 2 games, which is why we've kind of dropped him out and bring in Peñazola, who obviously scored a goal in his debut. With that being said, the rest of the team is exactly the same. Sanhueza, Rivera, Mora, Valdera, Felipe, Eros, Gomez, Peñazola, and Reyes. And, of course, Rodriguez continues in goal. We have decided we're going to stick with Rodriguez. Vasquez, on paper, it just doesn't look good. I think in the summer or winter, I suppose it's summer in this section of Chile, is going to be a goalkeeper. I think that might be our number 1 option coming forward. And then maybe a left wing and left back. I think those are our 3 main spots we're going to go look for next season. But now let's go to the game. We are at the home stadium. Let's talk about that. It is the Fiscal del Talca. Of course, we're in the city of Talca. A beautiful little stadium. It is a home game for us. Excited to play in the stadium. To show you guys the video in the stadium. Of course, our first game was away. Oh, it was actually a home. I thought it was away. But anyway, we are playing at home against the team in 4th place at the moment. They have dropped off just a little bit in terms of their run. They were sitting in 1st place. They have dropped off the pace just a tad. We have come up quite a bit and are looking to attack that 1st place spot there. We're 1 point behind it. So to keep up this momentum is important. We are kind of playing a little bit out of our depth, I will admit that. But I feel like I've built a nice, decent squad to really compete for that number 1 spot. I feel like it is something we should be looking at really capitalizing on. We kick off with a corner. Menzies, our new player, taking it straight to Rivera, looking for Reyes with the shot. Almost caught Gonzalez a little bit off balance there, a little bit, I think. It was a cheeky little shot from the winger to just, test the waters a little bit in this game. It is a top half of the table clash. Gomez with the corner this time, looking for someone in the box. We don't really have fantastic headers of the ball, and especially across the park. We're not a very tall team, let's put it like that. But here we go forward with a good cross to Rivera, looking for Reyes in the box. Talking about how we're not good in the air. Reyes, though, finds the back of the net with a glancing little header. Gonzalez left a little bit stranded there. He was in two minds whether he was going to come and collect the ball or leave it behind. He chose the wrong option there, and eventually, I mean, the goalkeeper animations haven't done that justice for poor Gonzalez. I feel like they kind of led him down a path of just sadness, really. There's another highlight, though, and then Quinteros now coming through. Menzies, beautiful tackle to win it back. A good ball through to Reyes now. Has scored already, looking for options. He's got Menzies at the edge of the park. Yadir Menzies scores a cracker of a goal. That's his first for the club. That's the second for the game. A beautiful run from Reyes. I thought he might have lost out a little bit there. He had Kelvin there chilling in the box. Decided to leave him out. Picked up Yadir right there in the top of the box. You were never going to miss that. He had so much time and space, and he took his opportunity. Nicely done. There's a kickoff highlight, though. We can't count the team out yet. Copapio are a good team. They are in the top half. They are chasing for that automatic promotion. Of course, only one spot gets automatic promotion. Rebelio is through, and that shoots it just wide of the target. Like I was saying, there is only one promotional spot that we're all chasing for automatic. The rest going to playoffs. Ideally, you want to be first and not go through playoffs, but I feel like we will probably land up in a playoff spot. That is where my goal was. That is where my aim is. But here we go for another. Can we make it 3 before halftime? Mora, Rivera, Menzies already on the score sheet. Sanueza Gomez rattles the crosswork. Mora with a shot. I will leave it at that. That was something, I guess. Yeah, definitely something. Right, we've got the ball back there. I am very tired, guys. It is quite late here today. Gomez, Felipe. Going to play it forward to Sanhueza. Felipe. Menzies finds Peñalosa. Menzies. Valdavia. Back to Felipe. This is good passing. Very patient build-up here. Gomez now looking for options. Goes back to Eros. Back to Felipe. He seems to always get the ball at his feet. Sanhueza looking for Rivera with some space. Finds Reyes. Has a man in the box. It is Kevin Peñalosa. Get in there, Peñalosa, with a cracker of a goal. It's 3-0 before 30 minutes. I feel like we're cruising. I don't know if it's the tactic that I've made that it just suits this team so well, or that everybody else is just, having bad days against us. But we have looked undefeatable. We have really looked like we are just the top of the crop. A team that I feel could actually be playing in the top flight of Chilean football at the moment, the way we have been playing. But of course, there is the option to go down to reality. Quinteros almost found that little antidote, I think, to get us to go to reality. We didn't, though. We stayed afloat. We did indeed. Halftime, yeah, it is 3-0 to us. Fantastic little result. But disappointed with Thomas's playing there. 6.6, not great. But elsewhere, 15 shots, 6 on target, XG of almost 3. You can't ask for more. You really, really can't. Let's go to the second half for this. I'm buzzing. Well, the second half hasn't been as exciting as the first half. We're 60 minutes in. I'm going to make some swaps. Gomez hasn't looked great, to be completely honest. I am going to bring on Gotti, and then I'm going to use Reyes on the right-hand side. Gotti can move up front. And then elsewhere, Augustin Mora and Eros not playing great. Eros on the yellow card makes me a little bit nervous. We're on Karakoa. Usually a midfielder, but can play on that right-hand side quite comfortably. Sanoiza can also come off. We'll give Gonzalez a little bit of an opportunity. Not Gonzalez, sorry. Pereira, rather. A bit of an opportunity in that midfield. Just to help out a little bit up, in the midfield. We do have a couple more stops we can keep in the, in the bag in case we need it. We've got a throw in. Kakoa with the throw to Reyes. Looking for options. Goes across to Felipe, who seems to be just at the center of everything when it comes to build-up play. Valvida looking for Gotti over the top. Too hard there. Kazula will easily save that. Gonzalez will go long, and it will be cleared up by Carcao. And onto a counter-attack with Pereira. Peñalozola looking for Gotti. Back to Kevin! Get in! It's 4. That's his second of the game. Beautiful finish there. I think we're just going to call him Kevin because that is just brilliant. Peñalozola is on form. Look at him. Oh, that is brilliant stuff. The substitutes helping out a little bit there with Reyes coming in on that right-hand side, providing a little bit of width and space. Pereira with the pass. And here he is again, looking for Reyes yet again. Kevin goes down in the box. Gotti recovers it. It's 5. 3 strikers have scored now. This is looking like it's on fire. I think Copapio just want to end this game as soon as possible. Pereira to Reyes. Kevin almost got the penalty then. Could have had a hat-trick. Referee played advantage. Gotti was there. It's 5. Could it be 6? We just banging up cricket numbers now at the moment. Pereira. Mora. Maybe any other left back could have easily put that in, but that was a little bit shocking there, Moira. You want something a little bit more on target, my son. If you're going to play as that wing back on attack, we do need someone who can shoot and hit that back of the net. And look at our goal difference. I just realized now we 17 goals. Team in first is 5 goal difference. We have been very good in scoring goals since I've arrived. I won't lie. It is a very attacking formation compared to what they used to play. Very defensive, 3 at the back. We've obviously changed that a little bit around. And it's there. Kevin. Beautiful hat-trick hero. Menzies, the culprit for the assist. That is brilliant. Our 2 new signings linking up here in Talca. And a beautiful little pass. Kevin, out of nowhere, puts it in the back of the net. It's 6. It's a hat-trick. You know what, guys? Go home happy. I think they just want to shut up shop and go home now. I don't think they're having a good time out there. We're having an absolute fiesta at the moment. And there could be an option for a 7th goal now. Gonzalez trying to do something for the visitors. Trying to maybe pull one back, save a little bit of face. With long efforts like that to Ramirez, which does manage to get through. But Rodriguez, I think that might be the first time he's actually had to touch the ball. Well, they've had 1 shot on target. It's the second time at least, what we know of. Gotti trying to get Kevin is through. Looking for options. Finds Reyes. Pereira. Menzies hits the crossbar. Reyes tries again. This time Gonzalez makes an actual save. That could have been a brilliant little shot. But a man of the match, of course, has to go to Kevin Peñaloza, rather. 3 assists from Reyes, by the way, playing out at right wing as well. Can't ask for much more there. Maybe Reyes is the man that could be the right winger, hey? I might have just discovered something here. I haven't tried him there yet. But there we go. Kevin, look at how white his teeth are. Man is just kept clean there, and a clean hat-trick for him. 7 matches, 1 in a row now. Continuing our run as we gun for that top of that table clash. Of course, not much football left, guys. Not much football left. There's 9 games left in the season, and we are still 1 point behind that automatic promotion. We do have to play Antofagasta at some point as well. And I think that probably might be the match we come back to after the Mingales. It's only 2 games away. Maybe we do that and go to the end of the season. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work, but we've got some time now before our next game. We've got about 2 weeks till we get to them. There's also a transfer deadline day in between coming up on Monday, the next day, tomorrow. If there's any news, I will come back for that. Nothing looking too great. Soto, well, here we go. We've got some news. Out on loan. I will send him out on loan. I think we have enough strikers in the squad currently to allow him to develop outside of the club. And he's agreed to go on loan. There you go. Go on loan. Get better. We'll come back with any transfer news if there is. Else we're coming back for the last match. Guys, we're back for our second game. Deportes Magallanes. I was taught that the two L's make a sound. I don't know if that's in Chile as well, but in Spanish, at least, it makes that sound. We are still in second place. We are 4 points behind because Antofagasta did win their game yesterday. Nothing has happened in the terms of the transfer deadline. It was a very quiet one. So we've got our full team here. Of course, only thing is Soto. You guys saw that. He went on loan. We'll just drop him to the under-21s. Only news, Eros is suspended after picking a couple of yellow cards in the league. But Acuna is back to start in that position. Elsewhere, Raniero is 100% fit, so he will come onto the bench. And Espinoza is fully fit to come on, so we'll bring him on for Valverde. I think he's a little bit better of a centre-back than Valverde is, and we'll just put him on the bench. And then elsewhere, I have made the decision. I'm going to go with Reyes at right wing and Gomez coming off for Gotti to play there. Raniero, we can actually use him as a striker as well, so we have that option as well. We also have Martinez, who can play in striking role. We're actually quite blessed with a lot of strikers. But that's the team that's going to start then. The only swaps from the last one. Espinoza coming in there. Acuna coming on the right. And then Gotti coming in to play up front instead of Gomez on the right. I just messed that all up. Let's go to the game. Let's go to the game. And we're kicking off the action with Acuna to Felipe. Acuna across to Reyes now. And Acuna now running down the wing. The first time we playing against this like 4-3-3 formation with the DM. Never played against a team. It's surprisingly, a lot of the teams don't use this formation in the league. A little bit interesting to see how it is going to play out for us. It is quite a wide formation that they also have with their wingers out there. So it'll be interesting to see how we adjust if our tactic can play against something like this. It's interesting to see. Ortega now trying to prove that theory that they can't. Goes to the back post. A beautiful header there from Levarvi. That was very good. That was absolutely fantastic kick there. That was brilliant, actually. That was brilliant. Whew. So good. That was a good. Like, I can't even be angry at that header. That was a good header. Absolutely fantastic stuff. First time that we've actually really looked like we're out of sorts in the first half. Normally we do go 1 or 2-0 down and we're still the better of the teams, but we haven't looked good in the first 20 minutes. Maybe the next 20 we can look a little bit better with Reyes on the back post. Doesn't jump for the head. We know he can header every now and then. Felipe now with the ball. Doesn't have much options. Being shut down in that midfield. Espinoza looking for Menzies. Hasn't been involved in the game too much. Rivera now trying to bring it back. They really do love a good press, this team. Look at them. They are pressing our team. Every time we get the ball, there's at least 2 or 3 players around them. Except on this occasion, Acuna gets through to Gotti. Gustavo Gotti with the cracker of a header. Let's do it like they do it in South America. Goal! I'm out of breath. I think he might have been offside there, but that doesn't matter. There's no VAR. It's a goal, baby. And a beautiful one to put us back into the match. 1-1 now as they have the ball pulling out from the back with Munoz going across to Ortega. Ortega has been running a bit of rampant on that side of the pitch. A good ball into Velagran, and that is another good finish. Questions have to be asked of Rodriguez there. Like, I know I sound like a broken record when I say, but the animations and the goalkeeping is just horrendous sometimes. The goalkeeper is just, if they're not like world-class type of goalkeepers, they just do the weirdest animations. Like, why would you even try and block your near post when you can clearly see the ball's going to the other side of the net? Like, you got to ask questions over their whole animation stuff here. Kevin across to Felipe now. Mora. Good ball to Rivera. Goes across to Espinoza. Goes over the top. Beautiful ball to Mora. Has got Gotti in the box. Kevin's in the box as well. Doesn't need him. Finds Gotti instead. It's 2. It's 2-2. Gustavo Gotti with his second of the game. Found him in the right time at the right place. And yet again, we've had to come from behind. And a quick reply yet again. And it is that man, Gotti, with another cracker of a finish. It's a nice never say die attitude that we have in this team, which I like to see. I like teams with a bit of grit. Rivera with the header. And it just heads it over. You can feel we've got that grit and determination in the team to help, grind out results sometimes. I mean, I recall the match where we scored 2 goals in the 95th and 97th minute. We just have that sort of like, for lack of better words, grittiness. I think I've said the word grit too much, but there's not grit. There's given away. And now they've got a counter-attack. They've got bodies forward. We don't have the defense back. Ortega is through. That is offside. I saw the linesman raise his flag. It's not going to be allowed. Good defensive there from Espinoza and Felipe. Both on yellow cards, so something we need to just keep an eye out on that. We're going to go to the second half. I'm not going to make any swaps at the moment. I don't think we're doing bad in terms of possession and shots and everything. I think we just need to find our feet a little bit. Throw in to them deep in our half. Vasquez looking for penalty. Oh, he pushed him. Larveri was pushed in the box, scores a penalty, just like that. I forgot there's no VAR. And when I saw him go down, I was like, didn't call for a penalty. We should be fine. And then he called for it. Yeah, not a great way to start the second half. That's not good. We need to do something better. We got a free kick now. Menzies looking for Gotti, who's already on 2 goals, looking for that hat-trick. We thought we were going to have another quick reply there. Mora hits it on the back of his foot. Livari is now through. He's also on a hat-trick, by the way. Kirkamo looking to try and bring it in to Livari. Mora doing his best to try and dispossess him for the time being. Ortega, his header not good enough to beat Rodriguez there, but I think this does emphasize how much of a goalkeeper we desperately need, and maybe it also kind of puts up the fact that we might need a centre-back or two. I like Felipe, I like Espinoza, but Felipe is on the older side as well. He is our club captain, of course, as well. But then you do things like that from Acuna, who lets Ortega run right through him. I think this might be our first loss of the season, guys. That was very question over Acuna there. That was, I was saying in the previous game, like he has been the better of the 2 defenders. After that, I don't know, guys. That was absolutely shocking defense. That was, going to cry for a little bit, I think. We're going to make some swaps. Mora is absolutely destroyed out there on the left-hand side. Kirkall can play on the left. He's not naturally left-footed, but he can play there, so we'll give him a run there. Kevin has played bad. We'll bring in Renero. We'll bring in Reyes up front. Renero can play on the right. Elsewhere, Reyes has been playing bad. Middle of the park, Menzies is not great. Gonzalez come in there. You know what? We kind of need to go for this. So we'll put him on attack. And I'll put my wingers on attack. I feel like it's kind of needed right now. Just to get more bodies forward. 15 minutes left to play. There is still something left to play. We are 2 goals down. We do need to kind of go for it. In the grand scheme of things, it's not going to hurt us too much, a loss here. But obviously, we want to try and keep up at the top of the table. We want to keep momentum going with victories. Rivera to Gotti. Gets overrun quite easily by the defense. Ormaz Zabol finds Espinola. Back to Ormaz Zabol. He's playing around at the back a little bit, Munez, but a good play out. Villagrain comes through. Ortega, who scored a worldie earlier, goes all the way across. Back to Ortega. Beautiful play there from the opposition. He was caught our defense napping so badly on that one. That was absolutely horrendous to just watch them do that. And now they're pushing forward again. This tactic seemed to be the one that dismantles us. Munoz has come through, hits the inside of the crossbar, That could have literally gone anywhere. Instead, it didn't go in the net, and we've managed to clear our lines, but at what real cost, though, because we just can't seem to break them down. And I think this calls for the type of thing that we've got to start looking at, maybe a secondary tactic. I don't actually have one installed in the team. I haven't really trained a secondary tactic. But I think, you know, with formations like this, where we're looking like we're faltering a little bit, well, there we go. We pulled one back. Is there time for late drama? Is that grittiness that I spoke about earlier coming through? Yeah, a good little pass from Rivera. We're sticking it to old school. Rivera over the top. Route one football. Finds Reyes. Simple little tap-in finish from Reyes. And that is a good, solid finish from the striker. Well, with 6 minutes extra time, is there space for one last-ditch effort from the team? The answer is no, there isn't a last-ditch effort. We are going to lose our first game in charge of Rangers de Talca. 4-3 in the end. I'm not happy with that result. We kind of got outplayed. It does mean that I'm going to have to start looking at other options when it comes to the midfield. You know, especially when we play something like that, we're going to have to maybe look for a second or third tactic as well. In terms of the league, it does mean we stay in second place, although Crucio Unio have a game in hand, and if they win it, they do go ahead of us. It does mean Antofagasta, though, opens up a 4-point lead at the top. We're still on course, though, to finish in the playoffs. We are 7 points clear of Union San Felipe, so that's at least good. With 8 games left, I'm feeling a little bit more confident that we should make it into the playoffs. Like I mentioned, we are coming back for the Antofagasta game. I think we're going to probably play that one and then maybe skip a couple and go towards the end and just end off the season like that. I think that might be the play today, and then for the next episode, I think that's what we're doing. Well, we knew the fairy tale wouldn't last forever. 7 matches undefeated, 7 matches won in a row is a new club record, which I'm quite proud of. Unfortunately, it did come to an end with a 4-3 loss there, but it does mean we're still on course for reaching those playoffs, because that was my goal in the beginning of this. As soon as we went on that unbeaten run, I knew we could get in. And the fact that we were only like 2 or 3 points behind when we started, I felt like the playoffs were very much a reasonable shot. To be in second place at the moment is remarkable. I'm excited for that. Hope you guys are excited for that. Tell me how excited you are about leaving a comment down below, hitting the thumbs up, and of course, why not subscribing while you're at it. Your boy, the Vaslap, is out of it for today. Peace. Chicken grease.